you. Yes, we're back to using a desk. I got my carpets cleaned yesterday, so it's yeah, I have to be above ground now. So let's see, I've got cards already trying to jump out at me, so we may as well get started. Let's see, what is the current energy for my little Capricorns, my little goats? Also, because of how close you are to Ophiuchus, I did want to let people know I will be incorporating the 13th zodiac, Ophiuchus. Sorry, I always say it wrong. Ophiuchus. I have spirit correcting me and shit. It's like, bro, you're wrong. But yeah, so I do. I am excited to see how that turns out, incorporating Ophiuchus into the readings and seeing, you know, who it resonates with. So, just letting you know. Let's see, what is Capricorn's energy, bro? That's how I talk to spirit. I'm like, bro, tell me. Water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. So, this kind of reflects on like not neglecting, I guess is the best part, or the best way to put that. I'm sorry, I can't do words today. But yeah, this is like neglecting yourself in certain aspects of like self-care, right? It could be in regards to how you're eating, how you're sleeping, how you're handling your mental health, whatever the case is. It talks about, you know, needing that self-care, needing to really make sure that you're nourishing your body and, you know, doing your best for yourself, getting good rest too. I know Capricorns have a tendency to be workaholics, so, you know, make sure that you're taking care of yourself in that aspect as well. Let's see. Keep forgetting I have like decks on decks. Let me get all my boys out on my decks. Okay, so let's use the Alice deck. See what's going on in your energy. See why this is here. You know, this energy of like kind of neglecting yourself on some aspect. You know, it could just be that you're just busy. You're just working. You know, life is just chaos, right? There's a lot going on. So, I mean, it's hard to do self-care. And also, a lot of people don't understand that, like, loving yourself is more than just being like, I love myself. It's also, you know, it's more than just saying it and thinking it, it's doing it, right? Love is a verb. Love is what you do. If you think about being in love with somebody, you think about the things that you do to, like, nourish that connection, right? And you kind of got to do the same shit with yourself on a self-love, like, you know, thing. Like, check in with yourself. See how you're doing. You know, make sure you're drinking water and all that. And self-discipline can be really beneficial as well, you know, like being honest with yourself and about like about how you really are with yourself, you know. So we've got 6 of Cups in reverse and 6 of Wands. 6 already. We know you're the Devil card in tarot, right? So what I'm seeing here is getting recognition from people, from new people, right? People that are not from your past. It's kind of like getting acknowledgement, being kind of in the spotlight, right? 6 of Wands is like a minor arcana star card. So you can be getting a lot of recognition at this time from new people, or like entering into a new friend group, something of that sort. Also, if you're preoccupied with that, that could explain why some of your self-care has gone neglected, right? We consider our body as our garden. What we put into it is what we get out of it, right? If we put trash in there, we're going to get trash. If we put, good things, we get good things. So consider your body your garden, right? Make sure you're taking care of you. Okay, so we have the Five of Wands. This indicates conflict. And then the Page of Oysters, or Page of Pentacles, and that's an offer coming in. So I'm going to clarify both. The conflict can be in your head, like conflictedness, but I want to know for sure. So Five of Wands. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So I think the conflictedness is the energy of waiting. I feel like you're done waiting for something to happen, or you're done, it's almost like losing your patience with the situation, like kind of like, all right, I need results now rather than later, right? The Knight of Oysters, or Knight of Pentacles, is the only card where, or oh my God, words, the only knight in the deck that isn't moving, right? He's just standing there. He's all dressed up, ready to go, has everything that he needs, but he's not moving, right? There's like this hesitation. And so I think the conflictedness is like, what direction do you take it? Like, how do you start getting results immediately? And then that's where the Page of Pentacles comes in, and there's like this offer or opportunity on the table. And let's clarify that. It's almost like manifesting an opportunity. That's what I'm really hearing, is that you're like manifesting something here. With the Death card in reverse, Scorpio energy showing up, this is kind of like starting over, right? The energy of starting over, starting a new chapter, starting a new life. Then we have two cups, right? This is all about union and partnership and, coming together. Also, Two of Cups is kind of karmic in the sense that this is something you've done before with an energy. You've done it before, right? So, Two of Cups just feels to me like something that, I mean, not all karmic relationships are bad, it just means that you've known them in a past life. So there could be like soul recognition and, this familiarity with them. Right? Their energy feels safe and comfortable to you. So what else does Spirit want you to know in regards to, the direction that life is heading for you? Shiza. We've got Three of Swords, right? Three of Swords indicates heartbreak. Or like disappointment. Some fuckery. That's what I'm seeing. Fuckery. So I'll put that in its own little category over here. Yeah, I don't do layouts like everybody else. I do it according to how the story makes sense to me. So yeah. Three of Swords. Three of Swords, Three of Swords. Why is this here? Nine of Pentacles. This is where the conflict is. There has to be a disappointment to get to where you want, right? Nine of Pentacles is somebody who does well on their own, right? Somebody who has like this abundant mindset, somebody who can really handle their business. It's almost like your finances have been affected by this union. And you're kind of stuck at a crossroads, like, stuck between wanting your independence and wanting to have that abundant feeling again, and not wanting to break somebody's heart, right? Or vice versa. But Nine of Pentacles is all about, like, doing really well on your own, right? If you notice, she's got all the pentacles or oysters around her, and she's doing well. She's got her little crown on. She's running the show. So it's kind of this energy of, like, almost like reminiscent of, like, days when you were, like, kind of on your own and handling business, and how you felt like you didn't lack, right? You felt very resourceful and very able. Alright. And sometimes we end up in connections, like, with people, specifically these karmic connections, almost as like a life lesson, to kind of really see, like, where we do stand. And, I heard this great kind of metaphor, I guess, yesterday. Whatever, doesn't matter, time ain't real. But I, like, this guy was talking on this YouTube video. Word, sorry, my brain is just not here today. But yeah, so he was talking on this video, and he said, like, if you're a martial artist, you can sit there, you can hit bags, you can train on your techniques, you can do all the things, but until you spar, you don't really know what you have to offer, right, in a fight, or where your strengths and weaknesses are. Like, it's kind of like you have to get out there. You have to put yourself out there so that you learn where your strengths are, you learn where your weaknesses are, you learn what you need to work on, essentially, right? Relationships can be the same, where you could be, if say you were single for a long time before this, you could have, like, been like, oh, I got this. I know, because you learned how to take care of yourself, how to do everything on your own, like, how to handle life, and you're kind of like an independent soul as a Capricorn, right? And so I feel this energy that, like, you didn't realize until you ended up in union. Certain aspects of yourself, or certain, like, unhealed things, or whatever things that you needed to work on, right? Because that's where we identify our strengths and weaknesses, is when we put ourselves out there into a vulnerable situation. And I would say, like, it's worth it, even if it doesn't end up being your forever person. It's worth it. It's worth it to put yourself out there and to experience these things, to learn your strengths, to learn your weaknesses. This is like sparring on an emotional level, but hopefully not, like, actually sparring. You don't want to be fighting. Although with the Five of Wands, there could be arguments and conflicts. There could be that. And that could be why you're really thinking about your options here. Or, like, really considering, like, moving onward. So, don't take it as a loss if it doesn't pan out how you would like, or, if it ends up not working out. Take it as this is kind of what you needed to get you to the next level, so that, when it does come to the right person, you know how to handle yourself, you know how to do relationships, right? Like, I had to have a few failed relationships before I grasped the concept of where I fucked up in relationships, and so I feel this, like I've been there. Sometimes it'd be like that, and that's rough, because then we have to identify and acknowledge our own, like, deficits, if you will. I don't even like calling it that, but it's true. We all have them, like we all struggle in like some aspects of relationships, and that's why, dating can be really helpful for identifying that. And, that's also how we become great for our forever person. There becomes a point where eventually it's going to take a lot to really get you into a connection, or you're going to have to feel it completely with your whole soul. You won't half-ass anything after having an experience like this, because you're like, I'm not going to put myself on the line just to be disappointed, right? And eventually you, like, unlearn toxic behaviors and learn how to, like, really be independent and free, but also in love, right? And, like, that is possible, right? There's, like, one of the most successful couples I've ever seen in my life. They're, like, fucking 60-something years old, right? And, they just, like, they had to have their failed shit beforehand. And that's where they learn, like, what was important to them and the things that they wanted to, like, build together. And they are both so independent, like, creatures, but they come together in this union not to, like, be codependent on each other, not to, like, rely too heavily on, certain things, but because they love each other, right? They love the connection, they love being there with each other every day. That's just how it is. But they've never had this sense of, like, I need this person or I'll be homeless, or I need this person or I'll die, or I need this, that's where it starts getting toxic, is when you feel the sense of needing a person, right? Rather than wanting, right? It should always be in, like, a desire in your heart to be in their company, right? To be, just an aspect in their life. It should never be this codependent, like, we're with each other to pay bills, or, it's just not healthy, for one. And for two, you can have roommates for that. You can have, like, friends who help you out there. There's no reason that you would need to abuse love like that, because it is an abusive love, because then it's like taking away the sanctity of what it is, for the sake of, like, getting something out of it, something material, and that's not really what love is about. So what other messages does Spirit have for you today? Ace of Cups. This comes back to that self-love, self-care, filling your cup first. It is when your cup runneth over that you can then fill another person's cup. And I wouldn't even say, like, they should rely on you for that. They should be filling their own cup too, right? These are extra cups of love going around. It's not all of it. I mean, oh, fuck. It's all the love that you have for a romantic relationship, but you're not taking away from the love and care that you have for yourself. That's what I'm trying to say. 7 of Wands. This is like wanting to relocate, change jobs, like kind of change the path that you're on, right? This is the energy of like being ready for something different, something new. The moon in reverse, you probably haven't talked about this, or if this is somebody else in your life, they haven't really talked to you about this, right? The moon is all about like expressing a truth and something coming to light. But with the moon in reverse, it's like kind of keeping something to yourself, or somebody keeping something to themselves, almost for the sake of like not wanting to hurt somebody, right? Going back to the Three of Swords and the Five of Wands. Six of Pentacles. Now we have 666, bro. Alright. That's all. 666 represents material gain, right? So I do feel like finances are at the forefront of your mind, or like a focal point for you, which totally makes sense because you're an earth sign. That's what you do, right? You make money. You're a hustler. I'm a hustler, baby. But yeah, sorry. I'm not sorry, actually. Six of Pentacles. Somebody wants to share with you, right, in life, right? Six of Pentacles is the opposite of that Nine of Pentacles, right? This is like somebody, it's an energy of like wanting to share the weight of the bills and wanting to, it's like you're learning how to go from being independent and only thinking of your own survival to bam, now you're a couple, right? And now you have to really consider their survival. And now there's like, shit. Sometimes this could make or break a relationship. It can make or break it, because oftentimes some people really do like the energy of being able to take care of other people, and that's fine. But for the most part, I feel like you're the one carrying a lot of the weight, or you're going to be expected to. A lot more than you're used to. The High Priestess in reverse, this is about doubt, right? The seed of doubt has entered your mind. So, why? What is the doubt surrounding? Communication, Queen of Wands in reverse. High Priestess could also mean like not taking divine guidance on something. With the Queen of Wands in reverse, it's almost like keeping something to yourself. It goes back to this moon in reverse energy. This energy of not wanting to talk about something, because it's almost like as soon as you bring it up, as soon as you talk about it, and I feel like it's in regards to finances, but I feel like you're concerned that, how you're feeling about this situation could have a negative effect on your relationship. Honestly, I feel like if you feel like you can't talk to your partner about anything, I don't care how big or small the subject is, if there's one thing that you feel like you can't talk to your partner about, then you need to reassess your partnership. Because relationships should really be transparent. There should be no secrets. There should be no lack in communication. There should be no struggle in communicating, right? Queen of Wands in reverse is somebody who, Wands is all about honest communication, right? And Queen of Wands in reverse is like withholding that honest communication, or not speaking a truth, not, and it goes back to that moon in reverse, where something, not wanting to bring something to light, And it could be in regards to your feelings, you know, with the Three of Swords. It could be like a fear of breaking somebody's heart, or, you know, I feel like there's a lot of aspects to this in regards to, this is definitely a new person or a newer person with the Six of Cups in reverse. It's not somebody that you like grew up with and had a whole lot of history. This is a newer energy in your life. So it's, I feel like you're learning how to communicate with them. You're learning how to adapt to this shared income or shared life, you know. I want to know what's not being communicated though, with the Queen of Wands in reverse. The Hermit in reverse, Virgo energy. It could be in regards to feeling stir crazy. Elaborate. Nine of Swords being all up in your head. You might be like getting like this sense of like boredom, or like, you know, going back to being stir crazy and all up in your head about a situation, kind of beating yourself up. It's like wanting more. That's the energy I'm feeling. Wanting to crawl out of your shell, wanting to go out, wanting to do something new and different. You could be bored or feeling complacent, stagnant. But this is something that you're like beating yourself up over. Or somebody else's, you know, put your energy where it belongs. Queen of Cups tells me that you have a lot of love for your partner, you know, or you have a lot of love, and you're really not trying to like sabotage this. And I feel like that's where this lack of communication is coming from. It's coming from a place inside of you that doesn't want to sabotage this connection. With the Justice in reverse, Libra energy, it's not fair though, and it's creating an imbalance, right? Seeing this does not look good, right? It's like saying this could breed like bad karma if, you know, something is, it seems like a big deal, right? Whatever this is, it feels like something that really does need to be communicated. It's just gonna, I think there's like a fear of conflict, or a fear of like being misunderstood, or it being taken the wrong way, or something here. But something just feels out of whack, out of balance. And I do see this kind of desire for more with the Hermit in reverse. High Priestess in reverse is like ignoring signs, ignoring messages from the divine, and it's kind of in that spirit of doubt. Like, it's almost like, oh, if I don't acknowledge it, maybe it won't be a problem. That's the biggest lie you could tell yourself, though, because that's exactly when it's a problem, when you feel like you gotta hide something. Alright, so let's see what the Kali deck has to say. Oh, and like flew. I was like, goodbye. Hold up, Kingston. got it. Mahakali. You can trust that what is happening now will give way to a new expression when the time is right. The right time will be the best time, when your readiness matches the requirements for success. Attend to your work with determination and hope in your heart. Trust that the divine is taking care of everything else. Your progress is spiritually protected. So, no matter what, I do see divine protection, right? I do see this energy of like being taken care of. And I feel like this is something that needs to happen, right? This is, like I said, sometimes these karmic relationships are here to teach us a lesson about ourselves. And I feel like part of this lesson about yourself is being open, right? The energy of withholding something from somebody you love is kind of bad. Right? Like, let's be real. I'm coming at you like a friend. Like, and I'm gonna, my Aquarius side has to call it out when I see it. But I don't like that energy, right? Because if you're in a really good, strong connection with somebody, there's never reason to like hide anything from them, right? Like there should be a level of understanding and mutual respect that just is honored, right? So that's how I feel about that. Ultimately, though, my opinion doesn't matter because this entire situation will be 100% determined by you and how you choose to handle it. Or them, if this is somebody who is struggling to communicate something to you, which is another potential, like I said, put your energy where it belongs. I'm just feeling this, like, be honest, be real, be authentic, right? Be so honest that, like, it scares you sometimes, right? Like, I know that's a hard thing to do, right? Especially when sugarcoating things is so easy to do. But if you have like this rawness where you're just very open, you're gonna see that there's a lot more respect and a lot more camaraderie in your connections, right? They're gonna feel safe in your energy, safe in your presence. That energy of you hiding something will manifest, right, into something that they can feel, something that they can, and it'll fuck them up, right? Or vice versa if you're feeling it, because our hearts radiate electromagnetism, right? Any dishonesty can be felt, right? From any distance, whatever, any lack of truth within you can be brought to light. So, kind of like live your life like everyone can read your mind, right? Because you don't know who can, right? Honestly, that's the best way to do it. Live your life that transparently, like where you don't have shit to hide, right? You don't have shit to hide because, for one, you don't want to, and for two, like, life is just easier when you're not hiding shit and when you're not beating around the bush and, struggling in communication with people you love. But this is pretty much what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. Namaste. I love you, my little goats, and I will talk to you later.